Imagine a Congress where politicians don't spend decades in power. Imagine a Congress where politicians care more about their constituents rather than their careers. That Congress is built on term limits. Whether we like it or not, we are all affected by Congress, from decisions of the economy, healthcare, and basic civil rights. A dysfunctional Congress affects all of us, whether we like it or not. The more I have researched, the more I have realized how broken our current system is without term limits. My name is Alec Armstrong, and I have researched this topic using sources such as Ballotpedia, academic journals, and public opinion polls. Implementing term limits will help reduce corruption, encourage fresh ideas, and make politicians accountable to the people they serve, not their careers. First, I'll speak about how they reduce corruption by not allowing politicians to have access and build relationships with lobbyists and special interest groups. Secondly, I will speak about how they promote innovation by allowing fresh voices to enter Congress. Third, I will speak about how they restore accountability to the people that they serve. Members can stay in Congress for decades. That is plenty of time to build relationships with lobbyists and special interest groups. A 2024 poll by Ballotpedia found that over 95% of incumbent members of Congress were reelected. That shows you how hard it is to get someone out of Congress once they are elected. Career politicians rely heavily on campaign donations from organizations such as AIPAC, the American Israel Public Affairs Committee. In the 2024 Democratic primary in New York's 16th Congressional District, AIPAC used their super PAC, the United Democracy Project, to spend $20 million to defeat Jamal Bowman, a progressive Democrat, to the more center Democrat George Latimer, who ended up winning. This exemplifies how one group had enough money to buy an election essentially. That shows how that is not democracy. With term limits, it will help level playing fields, encourage fresh voices. A nonpartisan group, U.S. term limits puts it as, the longer politicians are in office, the more disconnected they become. I will now speak about how the term limits encourage fresh ideas and prevent stagnation. Members of Congress can be in office up to 20, 30, even 40 years, and they have. When they're in Congress for that long, it shows how they are not in touch with the nation's modern challenges. A strong example of this is Congresswoman Grace Napolitano of California. She served Congress for 26 years. At the end of her term, she was 86 years of age. Towards the end of her career, she was often reported to be absent from important legislative votes in Washington. She had also been reported to be living in an elderly care facility, still collecting her paycheck from the 118th Congress until the end of that Congress. Is that really who we want in our Congress representing us? Just someone collecting a paycheck? A 2021 article from State Politics and Policy Quarterly states it as term limits bring innovation, proposals, different life experiences, and fresh energy, diverse viewpoints. Without term limits, we worry that Congress might become a private club with the same people cycling through and again and again. This also shows how hard it is for young people who want a seat to get in because seats are not very often open. I will now speak about how they restore voter trust. Term limits reinforce legacy, not re-election. It also makes sure that politicians make bold decisions, not politically safe ones. A 2023 poll by RMG Research commissioned by U.S. term limits found that 83% of voters, Democrats, Republicans, Independents, all support term limits. This shows just how out of touch our Congress is when there's overwhelmingly support for something and our Congress does not act. Congress needs to know that they are there to serve, not climb a ladder. They coast through decades of job security and only do things for political gain. Congress should not be done off of service, not seniority. I have spoke today how term limits help reduce corruption, encourage innovation, and make politicians more accountable to the people they serve. It minimizes special interests and brings up diverse leaders and restore voter trust. The longer that we wait, the worse this problem gets. The solution is built on term limits. I'll show you my quote.